Welcome to Mommy Issues, a podcast where an ex-reality TV star mom
and her reality TV loving daughter
bridge the gap between their generations through celeb news, all things Bravo,
and their own personal mommy issues. Okay.
We are back.
Oh my God.
I didn't think it would happen so soon.
We're back. You really have to not scream into the mic is the only thing. I know you're excited. We're all excited, but no screaming into the mic. Okay.
I'm not that excited. I am excited. I'm excited. I missed our friends and I think they missed us, which is so nice.
It is really nice. It is really
Isn't it
nice.
nice?
How is your break? You did more podcasts than we have ever done.
No, I only did one. What did I do? I only did one.
But it might as well have been more than one.
Listen, guys, I know that when Beba asked what you wanted questions you had, most of your questions were because you're all a bunch of gossips like we are.
Oh.
You wanted to know about the divorce. And here's the thing.
Pull away from your mic. Just pull away from your mic. It's just really, really loud. In contrast.
Okay, so how about that?
No, a little lower. Dial the thing down.
Okay, how about that?
Yeah, that's better.
But you sound low now.
No. It's just...
How is that possible?
Whatever. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Guys, let's just keep moving.
Oh, man. I'll sit back. Okay. Anyway, so everybody wanted to know about this. And, you know, there's not a lot going on. There's not a lot of housewife shows on. And so it's normal that people would want to ask me because who else are they going to ask? Nobody else is going to tell you the truth.
That's true.
That being said, my opinions are based on speculation, based on, they're like kind of like an educated guess from having known someone for a long time and seeing a pattern of behavior that is likely to repeat itself. And it's just my opinion. I see what you see. I might have a little bit more background, but I see the same things you see. And yes, I have had the ability to predict things rather on the nose since we started this podcast. But I don't think it's because I have a crystal ball. I think it's like a lot of common sense. I'm sure the older people like me that listen to this podcast could probably see a lot of stuff coming. And so that's where that's from. So yeah, I've gotten in a little bit of trouble. Well, here's the thing. It's funny. It depends who says what. If the day that the podcast that I did with David and Ace, which was about, talking about, housewife stuff, but of course this was top of mind, was the same day that there was stuff on social media of Alexia crying and all this stuff. And so,
it made you look bad talking about it.
Yeah, but not with everybody. So here's the thing. If the bloggers who post it that, and people that are very Real Housewives of Miami pro, they're like, who does she think she is? She's whatever. She wants to get back on the show. But then if you see it on, Us Weekly or Page 6, it's mostly negativity towards her. So it really depends who is talking about this. Again, these are just my opinions. I'll say things, a lot of times you're on a podcast and a podcast is for entertainment. So the three of us were talking, David, Ace, and I, and I was like, I know that Louis has slipped into her DMs. I don't know if Louis has slipped in her DMs.
But you're getting in trouble because you're saying shit that's not real, and then like
Beba, I'm saying,
take it as like,
do you really think? No, but they take it as, here's the thing about Real Housewives fans. They're diehard and they're harsh, but they know better. They know better. Like, we were joking around and it's like, there's some things I'm saying that are real, but that Louis slipped into he's dying to slip into her DM. 100%. He's dying to. Don't you think he's dying to? I think. No. Oh, I do.
I don't know. And like,
I do.
I think the whole thing with the Todd and Alexia thing, like there was a moment where we were like, do we do this like emergency podcast thing that we've done
God.
before when we did it with like Lisa and
Yeah.
on Larry. Lisa and Larry. Lisa
Larry.
and Lenny. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I mean, everyone knows how I feel about the
Yeah.
Miami Housewives of it all. And like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, in the time off.
No, I never considered that. Some people told you, but I never.
No, I just mean I was like, at the end of the day, I don't want the podcast to be just
no, it can't be.
Remember, like just all Miami all the time, or even all Miami bashing all the Miami women all the time. It's not very becoming of us, as somebody told me in high school one time. And
I told you that in high school.
Sister Cook
is a very wise woman.
She told me something. I did something. She's like, that's not very becoming. And I was like, suck it to me. How's that for becoming?
Oh my God. No, here, look, Beba, let me disagree with you. Okay.
Shocker.
We have a podcast. So here, for the people that are wondering why I am giving opinions, A, people ask me.
Mm-hmm.
B, I have some insight based on, having been on the show and predicting behavior, and I'm pretty good at that. And we have a podcast. So You ask me, I'm going to talk about it.
Yes.
It's going to maybe drive people to our podcast. What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Okay. Another misconception.
Okay.
I'm dying to go back on the show. Right. Let's clear this up. I have never wanted to go back on the show. Why did I appear on the show last time? I struggled with the decision and I thought, hey, they told me they would promote my brand. So I went there, took a big basket of Skinny Latina stuff to Nicole, and no one ever showed it.
Yeah, they did you dirty.
They did me dirty for the second time. Okay.
Right.
So I regret doing that, but I was never going to go back. And now some of you might know I am, it's a decision that it's taken me a long time, and we've been talking about it for a long time, right? That I am moving from Miami, which is why
hold on.
In boxes.
Hold on.
Because you need to do this in order?
No, because it's like even the fact that we started with Alexia and Todd is like making me want to kill myself.
Because don't you want people to tune in?
For sure. Just get your fucking Alexia Todd opinion out of the way, and then we're going to do the format of this show.
No, Beba, there is no need for specific formats. This is
hey,
we're back. No, you need to relax, take 3 deep cleansing breaths, because you can just talk about what you've done, what you did on your break. You want us to talk about your lunar cycle and what Lola's going through now. We're going to get through that. But what were all the questions people asked you on when you said, what do you want to talk about? You actually posted about it. Okay, so I'm giving them what they want, and I'm getting it out of the way.
And that's exactly what I just said. I said,
no, but you stopped me.
No,
I would have finished by now.
No, girl, because then you're talking about the move and stuff, and like,
I
want a separate entity.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's all interconnected, because you guys, if you're going to come at me with something, let's use the facts. Okay, I will no longer live in Miami. I will no longer could be a housewife of Miami.
Okay.
I am not leaving Miami because I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Let's not perpetuate.
I don't think anyone is saying that.
Oh, they'll say that. Of course they'll say that. You should see the shit they come up with. So
that would be so insane.
Beba.
That would be so insane.
I have read that I wanted them to get divorced because I want Todd.
Okay, people are in the loony bin.
Right. Exactly.
You don't want Todd, you want Lenny. You've said that from the beginning.
I want Marcus Jordan. I want Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen would like you because you're like Larsa back in the day.
That's so rude of you to say. That's the
you thought when you met Larsa in what year was that? 2007?
No, not 2007.
No. Not when season 1 happened. We did season 2 in 2011.
Oh, yeah.
So season 1 must have been like 2008. And you met her at Alexia's house.
Yeah.
You were sitting outside when we were inside. Don't you remember? And you were like, oh, she's great, whatever. She was, you're like Larsa back then.
Okay. Are we done with the Alexia Todd? I really can't do it anymore. I'll blow my brains out.
Okay. But I didn't say any of my opinions. So guys, if you want my opinions, go to
People are gonna get mad about that.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. You're impossible. You're really annoying. So why don't you tell me what you want to talk about? And I swear I wish this was live. People are going to be like, what? What? You're leaving people with effectively the equivalent of blue balls
Do you know what
cyberspace.
It's like you're so fucking loud in my ear that
well, then maybe do something. Beba, I don't know what's going on.
Back away from your mic. Like sit back.
Okay. Okay. But remember when you said I had to be
it doesn't matter. Sit back.
Okay. Now it changes.
Yes. That's actually much better. It's
you know what? Why do you hate me?
I don't hate you.
What happened?
I don't hate you. I'm just at my wit's end today. Let me tell you, John Liam.
There you go. Go ahead.
Is very, very, very sick.
Let it out.
There's something.
You were ready for him to leave.
By the way, I was mourning. I was like grieving him leaving. And I was like, this is the last time we're going to do bath time. This is the last. John Liam booked a job. He's leaving to North Carolina, blah, 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 whatever. Was leaving on Monday. It is now Wednesday.
Still there.
He's still here and coughing. Have you ever heard a man cough?
I can't stand men generally, but men coughing is, it's a problem.
The coughing is like, I almost left to go to my office, which is 45 minutes away when I don't have to be there this week. I was like, I'm going to go because I actually can't be here with you because I might stab you in the throat.
But when is he leaving?
Not soon enough. I need him to go. I'm like, be gone. Be gone.
Where is he right now?
He's in the bedroom. He probably hears me. We'll get into a fight about it later. Okay. Look.
Okay.
All it is the coughing, the loud coughing. Now you screaming into the mic.
I'm not intending to be screaming.
Remember, girl, back away from the mic. Back away from the mic.
I need to sit like this, so I'll put the mic.
Yeah. Be casual about it. The rules don't apply season 2. You don't have to be right up on your mic. So
I can't stand you. I can't stand you.
I'm sorry. It's the coughing, it's the mic, and then it's the Alexia Todd. Like starting with it was like, oh no.
I wanted to get it out of the way and give people what they wanted. Okay. Do you really think about this for a minute, considering all the blogs and shit that have picked things up and misstated things that I said. Do you really think this is something I want to talk about?
No, definitely not. And honestly, I just needed to say, I want to get it out of the way. So I think you should give your opinion.
No, I think you need to ask me questions because I'm not going to go on a tirade or in a do a whole soliloquy about Todd and Alexia. What are the questions? What do people want to know?
The questions are pretty vague. They're like, what is your opinion? Hold on.
My opinion. Okay, let me try to make my opinion pretty clear.
Let me read the stuff. Alexia and husband divorced. Todd and Alexia. Todd and Alexia's marriage. Alexia blindsided by divorce. Alexia and Todd and Peter all about it. When is the episode airing? Alexia and Todd. Alexia. What was on the manila folder that they never showed at the reunion? Alexia's divorce and how she's acting like she didn't see it coming. Alexia's karma, which I don't like the word karma being used for somebody's like whatever.
Yeah, well,
Alexia and Todd's divorce, spill the tea. Just people want your thoughts on it. And I guess from what we posted a while back when it happened, you sent me a DM about.
Oh, well, that's what happened. Okay.
That's where things kind of got.
I think people misunderstood that. So I sent Beba a DM. A lot of times she'll post things and I reply in a DM. She screenshotted it and posted it. So, it was the way that I speak to Beba. I didn't have to like fill in the blanks. What I think about this whole thing, I think it's sad. I do. I think it was expected. And I also think it's convenient.
For story.
And there's another thing that has also been misconstrued, that I said that Alexia was on the chopping block. I think there has been a lot of talk about cast shakeup. So I think a lot of people are on the chopping block. This show, for whatever reason, despite the fact that people in Miami are, loving the show or love the show, the ratings do not reflect that love that you
Exactly.
sometimes see on social media. And
For
so
sure.
what matters are the ratings. So it's not universally loved. It is loved by a distinct few,
Specific
around
group.
300,000 to 400,000 people. It is also obvious that it's not a favorite because it's really not discussed by the big bloggers and the big podcasts. And they don't cover Miami.
Yeah.
They really don't. And I don't understand why. I do think Miami is interesting and whatever, but they don't cover it. So, which is one of the reasons we do cover it. It doesn't make sense if I was on the show to not cover it. So I think that because the people that are making, this is all about dollars and cents. The people that make the most money on that show are Larsa, Lisa, Alexia. Who else? Who are the ones that were there from before? I think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're making $30,000 an episode. The other ones make $16,000 an episode. Nicole, Gertie, whatever. Marisol, Kiki, and Adriana make $1,000 an episode.
No.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, but come on, Marisol would pay them $20,000 to allow her to be on. So,
true.
They get shit money. So the really, if you're going to try to save a little money on the show that's not getting the ratings,
you got to cut people. Yeah.
Who are you going to cut? Are you going to cut Larsa? No. Despite how you feel about Larsa, Larsa gets real press. Larsa has a huge following.
Mm-hmm.
Larsa is now the epitome of Miami. Lisa is the quintessential housewife. She has the lifestyle. She has a thing. She has this divorce. I don't think Lisa's going anywhere. Alexia's story, as it was before, with Todd not wanting to film because he felt really embarrassed by the whole 9-minute, 15-minute, I've heard so many minutes, but I think really it was like 7-minute apology to Anthony. He felt embarrassed because everybody takes everything out of context. And I think that his intention was good. I don't think Todd is a bad guy. I really don't.
No.
I really don't. I think he's a good guy and he's trying to make a living and he's trying to get better. And I see him very much into self-development and improving his business. And, I'm all for that. So I see it and it's like, good for you. Sure. I thought that without Todd in the picture, it would be very much what happened to me when I was with Mark. Mark could not film. I got divorced. So I got divorced and I have a new fiance, but I can't show him. But I also can't date because I have a new fiance. My story is a dead end, which is why they downgraded me to friend. So I thought if she and Todd were together, had no reason to believe at that moment there was going to be a divorce, that she might be downgraded to save some money.
Sure.
Where could her story go? How much Frankie is she going to show? How much, there's not that much going on. She's not embarking on anything big. So I think it was very fortuitous that this happened, even though it's sad, because as much as she loves Todd, she loves the show more. And I can say that without any reservation, We've honestly heard her. Yeah. She cares more about that.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. I don't believe that she was blindsided. I think that maybe there were signs that she ignored. I don't think he's the type of person that would just one day willy-nilly decide to file for divorce. I do not believe that this new story that she's trying to perpetuate, that it was because of her children. I don't believe that he would do that because he married her and was with her for many years, knowing that Frankie was a child with special needs and that Peter had, the last thing that happened with Peter with the domestic violence thing, they weren't even married. He could have backed out then.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that Alexia turning into Bravo Alexia turned him off.
I think so too. I honestly, I don't disagree with that. And also just on what you're saying about that it's fortuitous that it happened, even though it's sad. It's very reminiscent to me of the Vanderpump Rules of it all, of like Ariana and Sandoval. Horrible what he did, for sure. Horrible.
But it was great for her.
Incredible for Ariana and for the show itself.
for the show itself.
Because it was on its last leg. We probably were
Right.
not going to see another episode of Vanderpump Rules after that season until they picked cameras back up. So
Right.
I don't
think this can be compared to that.
No.
Because we have a little bit of, we're sick of the divorce situation.
Yeah.
You know, we have 3 seasons of Lisa with the divorce, and we don't really want to see that, even though I know that they were here not long ago filming on their own dime because the show has not started filming, but they wanted to get some of this footage. That's smart too. Yeah, the producers were in Miami to film Alexia, the aftermath of this.
I see. I
yeah.
thought you meant like Alexia hired a camera crew to get
No.
stuff. I was like, whoa.
No. The pop people.
Okay.
Smart. I think that's good.
Yeah, you want that footage.
Oh, right. Alexia is saying that they still love each other, that she wants to try to get back with him.
No, she's not saying that.
Yes, she is.
Why would you say that?
So, well, because
even if that were true, like, wouldn't you just not say that? You can have an intention.
I find a couple of things strange. Okay.
Wait, hold on.
I find it strange.
Hold on, mic back. Like maybe
okay.
if you're gonna sit up like that, push your mic in the opposite direction. Yeah, and then come forward. No. Just come forward.
Mm-hmm.
Like how it feels natural to like lean on the table for you. Now,
okay, let me do that.
Talk.
But then I have to. How about that?
That's better.
Okay, I was pointing it towards me, and it needed to be erect. I forgot about the erect.
The erect.
I forgot what I was saying altogether. You are very pesada.
I know.
Like,
no.
yeah.
I know. I just entered my ludio phase.
I knew this was coming. No puedo. Okay, what was I saying? So yeah, she said that they love each other. There is something here that I'm not going to make a prediction about, but it's making me things that make me go, So that we love each other, that she wants to go back, that he blindsided her because he knew that she would try to convince him not to get divorced, which to me means that she's tried many times to convince him to stay. Right. So therefore, you could not have been blindsided.
That this has been a conversation, an ongoing conversation between them.
Yeah.
I don't think you can be blindsided by divorce unless you're like Lenny, who you're cheating and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Todd feels
But she knew things weren't good. She knew things weren't good.
We all did. She standing at her party and being like, I know what you're all thinking. Where's Todd? I don't know. It's like, what are you doing?
And then the other thing, and I don't know, but Todd, you know, he posts every day all his stuff about real estate and stuff, and he's still wearing his wedding ring. And so I find that strange.
Wait, are we sure that he wasn't recording those like they're pre-recorded?
I don't think so. Like the first few, I thought that, but these are like recent. You know, he really is very consistent with his content, and I don't think he's taken it off. So, look, I do not want to think for a second.
That's crazy.
That this. So at one point, I thought I never thought the divorce was fake. I thought that they agreed. You know, that they were going to get divorced. And he said, look, I'll file. I'll be the bad guy. So that you can be blindsided. Then you could, you know, go back on the show, licking your wounds, and then rise up like a phoenix, you know, and be this, you know, kind of inspirational story. But still the divorce sticks. There is this other world, and I don't believe that's what it is. Except for the fact that she's laying a predicate in her own podcast saying that they love each other and that she has hope for a reconciliation. And that coupled with him wearing the ring is suspect.
That is a little suspect.
But I don't know. I still strongly believe it's a real divorce. I don't like the whole narrative of, you know, the kids and that he did it because of the kids. I think, which is what I said from the beginning, Todd se embarcó. I don't know, whatever you say that in English. I think he saw what his life would look like long term.
And then he said, no.
And he said, I can't, I have my daughters. He's very focused on his daughters. His daughters are great girls. Like I said, college bound, very different from the scenario at home. And he thought, this is not good for me. Yeah. But I do think he was in love with her. I do think that, at one point, and I think that he was disillusioned. And that happens, So I do think that she's coming back 100%. This story is very interesting, and I'm here for it. Like, not that I take no pleasure in seeing a marriage fall apart. I really do not. Divorce is like a death. But I think that the problem with Alexia in this storyline, people believe that she's hoping that she's had bad seasons, very bad seasons. The last 2 seasons, she hasn't been well liked. I don't know that she has this humility and self-awareness to turn this into something that will make her more likable. Maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. We'll see. And that's all I can say about it. That's all I know. That's all. And that's my opinion. It is based on, what I've seen and deductive reasoning. It's a hypothesis. I don't know anything for sure, but the evidence points to that.
And you are a goddamn lawyer. And also you've predicted lots of things on this podcast that have come to fruition. Are you a witch?
Yeah.
So am I.
Yeah. What kind of broomstick do you have?
I don't have a broomstick.
Mine is
I have a
Tesla.
cauldron. Oh,
you have a cauldron. You're like, okay. So how do you get around? Uber?
Yeah, I have a Kia. Anyways, okay. Are we done?
We're done.
Okay.
We are done.
It only took 30 fucking minutes of our lives.
12 of them had to do with tech issues, and another 10 minutes was you complaining that you didn't want to have this conversation.
Well, it's not that I knew we had to have the conversation. I think
I wanted to get out of the way.
You know what it is? It's like, welcome back. Here's just like a dump of Alexia Todd instead of
right,
like,
so that we get the download.
Oh yeah. Okay, well,
so we get the download. Let's not understand that this is a business too, guys. For all of you who are wondering why we talk about this and why I in particular talk about it's a business, and so now we can talk about the stuff we like to talk about,
which is ourselves.
It's ourselves.
Okay, guess what? We're gonna do highs and lows.
Okay,
we're gonna do highs and lows for the month.
Okay, you go.
Okay. Okay. I'll start with my low.
Okay.
My low is during our time off. Not me, my home, specifically my hammock, was attacked by a swarm of bees. And I'm not talking like, 100 bees, which would be a lot of bees. I'm talking thousands and thousands of bees.
It was really scary.
It was so horrifying. Apparently, there was like 2 queen bees in a hive, and then one left right by our house, and then decided, I'm just gonna go fly onto these people's hammock. And it was just crazy. It sounded like that there was like drones outside of our house because of all the buzzing. That's
now. Do you think this is all about you? Because yesterday at the Dodgers game,
I know I saw.
And the beekeeper ended up throwing out the first pitch. So you're in good company. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Really cool.
No, it's apparently common for spring. Like this happens a lot with like wind or whatever, but I've never seen that before. It was horrifying. The worst part was calling our landlord and being like, hey, it was Sunday. And we were like, hey, we just contacted this company that said that they would come and like ethically remove the bees. It's going to be $500. And they said they wouldn't pay for it.
Yeah.
They said,
and the funny thing is that you ethically was so important to you. And what ended up happening? They killed the bees.
No, they literally, which honestly,
they drowned the bees.
So this guy comes who is like the next day. The whole thing was we wanted the bees taken care of that day because it was like 3:00. I'm like, we can't leave our house. We're scared. What if they start swarming again and Lola's out there, whatever. So we're like, I guess we'll just stay in the house. And our landlord was like, we have a bee person who will come Monday morning, 7 a.m. We're like, okay, great. He comes. The beehive is like, they're still like clumped up in a little like thing on the hammock. The bee guy knocks on our door and he's like, I'm going to take water when you spray them with water, and I did read this, when you spray them with water, they stop flying. Like they have an inability to fly for a minute. So he's like, do you have a trash bag? I'm just going to put a bag on the grass. So when they fall, I can just scoop them up and then I will get rid of them. And I was like, okay, great. So I see him, he goes to our hose, he puts the hose in the bucket in his little contraption, which I am now certain had something else other than water. He goes and he's misting them, like simply misting them. And I'm like, this is
And you
great.
thought H2O.
I thought
Like, it's fine.
H2O, they're just dropping. It's not that crazy. It's actually kind of nice. He's killing it, whatever. Literally killing it. He knocks on my door. He like doesn't speak great English and he's like, "Okay, so I couldn't kill them all. I mean, make them go to sleep." But and I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Maybe just broken English, whatever." And he's like, I couldn't make them all go to sleep, but the ones that are on there are dead. I mean, they're asleep, and then the ones that are not dead, I mean, asleep, yeah, will just fall to the floor and die or go to sleep." And I was like, okay, so you literally killed them. That's insane. You killed thousands and thousands of bees. That's horrible. But listen, at least they're out of my house. I don't really give a shit.
So that was your low.
That's my low, because it was like, I was like, this is the apocalypse. This is crazy. And then my high, honestly, my high was the eclipse. I was blown away by the eclipse. Weren't you? I know nobody else
Not even a little bit. It's very strange. I mean, I didn't see much. I don't know. I think I had the wrong glasses. I didn't see anything.
No. Of course you didn't see, because you weren't in the path of total, what is it called? Totality? What was it called? Whatever. They had live coverage.
But you weren't either.
But they had live coverage of it on Disney Plus, and I
know. I saw it on TV, but it's not the same thing.
But they jumped from city to city, and every time that they jumped to another city, I would weep. I would weep because I was crying watching the people there experiencing it. Even the news reporters being like, "Okay, yeah, we're here in Austin, Texas, and we're going to see," but like acting very like this is their job. And then you see them look up and experience it, and they're just like, one reporter cried and was like, this is the most profound thing I've ever seen in my life. You're just watching people experience something that is completely out of their control. The freaking moon goes
like
over
life
the
in general.
sun. No, but the moon is over the sun. It's totally dark. We are so tiny on this planet. And that's crazy. That's crazy.
That is crazy. You're such an empath.
I'm not an empath. I'm a witch.
Empathetic witch.
An empathetic witch. Okay. Also, one more thing before
I
toss it on to you. Today I told John Liam this and I told Kati this, and both of them had the same reaction, which was no reaction at all. And maybe you will have a different reaction for me or the people listening. Okay. You know me, love a spirit guide, very in tune with spiritual universe, blah, blah, blah. And I did a meditation today that was specifically tailored to have spirit guides, like just channeling spirit guides to receive a message, whatever. It was a 16-minute meditation. I sat there, I did the meditation, asked for a sign, asked for them to speak through me. I had like my journal to like, write down a message that they had for me, whatever. I do it. It was great. Wonderful. I go into the kitchen to start my breakfast. On the wall is my sign, a ladybug just crawling on my wall, right in my line of vision. Never seen a ladybug in my life in this house. How crazy is that?
That is crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Okay, thank you.
That is crazy. No, I do. I believe in all that stuff and all those signs. I get signs all the time.
All the time. And then the other thing was I went outside, like I was working, and then at around 12:30, I'm like, let me take a little break. Went on the bee hammock and was like, oh, it feels so good.
Now forevermore known as the bee hammock.
I almost threw it away. I was like, I don't want this near me. But also, I think it's like keeping it in honor of the bees who have passed.
No, they're sleeping. They're sleeping. They're fine. Don't worry.
They're sleeping. I'm on the hammock and I'm like, I'm just like sitting there, and it's been a little warmer lately. And I'm like, oh, it feels so good to have the sun on my face. And I was like, I haven't read my horoscope today on my Chani app. So I opened my Chani app, and the app said, like, for my horoscope that day was like, indulge in the pleasures of today, allow the sun to be on your face, whatever, like just very in tune with what I was doing. And then I closed my eyes. I took a little nap. When I woke up, it was 1:11.
Oh yeah, no.
All the
my
time.
angel numbers is all the time. Me too. 1:11, 11:11 every day, twice a day. It's crazy.
And people who don't believe, because there are a lot of people who are like, you're full of shit. Then what do you believe in? If you don't believe in something like that,
Well,
there's
but
like,
maybe they don't. They first of all, maybe they don't believe in that, but they believe in something.
yeah, but you
Yeah,
should believe
let
in that.
people believe what they want to believe.
No, yeah. Believe what you want to believe, but you should believe in spirit guides. Okay. Highs and lows.
Okay. I'm going to start with my low first. My thing is very broad. Okay. But
Okay.
this, I didn't realize I needed this time as much as you needed this time. And it's not that the podcast takes so much time for me since you do most of the stuff, but it just made me think, she's aware that she's doing too much, and I need to kind of stop and think about what's wrong. And for a long time, a lot has been wrong with me, and I've told you. And, I don't, mental health is such it's not, I don't believe it's a personal thing. I really like to be transparent about it because I don't want people, I feel that a lot of people suffer with mental health issues. And there are varying degrees of mental health. And sometimes it's more frustrating. Like if you're completely, I don't know, the clinical term, out of your fucking mind, right? You're not even aware, right? Because you're like whatever, and you're bouncing against padded walls. I don't know how that works. But when you have this consistent kind of low grade depression for years, it's horrible. And so mine started, back when, shit happened with your sister, and I didn't realize how serious it was. And then, everything that happened. And I realized, I thought to myself, I'm not really depressed because I function, right? I do stuff. I meet my deadlines, procrastinate like a motherfucker, but I do meet my deadlines. And then I started reading and started talking to a therapist. And he told me that I was suffering from something called functional freeze. And functional freeze is when you procrastinate and and then you do stuff and you get it in under the wire and it exhausts you, and then you need to be alone and you don't want to go anywhere. And I didn't leave my house to the point where my lease expired of my car, and I still haven't gotten a new car. I mean, I have a car now because I rented one until I get my car, and I realized that I just was existing, and then
like surviving, not living.
Just surviving, just doing what I had to do. If you needed me, I was there. I went through the motions. I go to see Lola. That gave me a burst of happiness. Then I would leave and I would sad, and I would get on the plane and I would cry. And then I would come home and I would manage to get through work. And then I would just until the next time I said, this can't be the way to live. It just didn't feel right. And so for a long time, I felt out of place here. I don't want to leave my house. Every time I go anywhere, it doesn't feel right. The energy in Miami doesn't feel right for me. So I went and I spent a good amount of time in Charlotte. And I've always loved Charlotte, and it always felt like a good place for me. And I've always thought, my girls aren't here. I want to be where they are. And so if I only have to fly to visit one of you, it would be better. And
you chose Kathy.
No, so I finally made the decision to move. And it's a big decision, but it isn't. Ever since I made that decision, and right now I'm packing, and I'm, going to rent my house, not immediately, but, getting everything done. And I feel so optimistic. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
To kind of, when I say I want to split my time between LA and Charlotte, I want to be on a plane all the time, but home base will be Charlotte.
Yeah.
I am not making, like the final decision of my life. I rented a house over there for a year, but I want to look for a house. I want to do all the things I've wanted to do. find a house, remodel it, I love all that, just the little things that I really enjoy, and really, and so for me, this is like my pivot year is what I'm calling it. Just the year, I'm in, the end of my 50s, and there's a lot of things I want to do, and I am optimistic about all of them, and and so that's my high, right? That I am just like a machine now, getting everything done because I have so much to look forward to finally. And, I'll see you more because I'll only have to visit you. And, eventually I want to get a place in LA, even if it's like a tiny place. That I have a project going on in LA that's going to keep me there also for a little while. So there's just a lot of great things happening. And I'm proud of myself for making this change without fear. Because I realized that it's the right decision for me, and I bloom where I'm planted, and I think I could bloom more beautiful flowers there, because I'm all about family. And so to be there with Kathy and go visit, what am I doing here? I hate this place.
No, literally.
My friends, my close friends, that's never going to change. I'll visit. I'm going to come here a lot. My mom is here, so I have to come here, but it's not the same as living here, like feeling that home is. So that whole journey, I'm excited. I'm going to hit walls. I'm going to at some point go, what the hell have I done? All that's going to happen, but ultimately I think it's the right decision for me. It feels right in my soul.
And if that's the case, then I don't think you'll have a moment of what the hell did I do? I think you'll have moments of
why didn't I do this before?
Right. Or just transitional things, like small things that are not like a huge deal, might feel like overwhelming and they can swallow you. But I don't think you'll have the feeling of like, what did I do? If you feel that it feels right in your soul to move.
Yeah, it does. It feels right. It feels right. It does. And so I'm kind of, it just came to the point that if not now, when,
Yeah.
And if whatever, if this kind of journey for me inspires anybody else to say like, I really, if I could spend my life talking to women my age, encouraging them to like do shit and not be afraid, that would be my ideal job. And for real, and then leading by example. And showing all of it. And so I want to do that. I want to be more open and transparent about everything that I'm doing, and have people kind of, I just feel like the community of people that listen to our podcast, I just feel like they're our friends, and that they support us. And so, I wanted you guys to be the first to know. I haven't said this anywhere else, kind of hinted at it the other day on Instagram.
Hinted at it. You posted every photo of the house.
No, the house, but I was just like, where do you think I'm going? But I didn't say I'm moving for whatever. Like,
I was like, wow, anyway. You're really posting. You're going to get a stalker come find you.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I think this is great. When you told me you're moving, I was like, this feels so right. It just feels so right.
It feels right. It does feel right. So yeah, that's my high. And my low was just the realization that I have been in that state for years.
Yeah. But it's like
4 years, and it's time I can't get back.
Yeah, but that's okay, because you get to the point where you realize it and you're like, okay, now I know. And you've been in it for so long that you will try and pull yourself out of it when you find yourself slipping into it.
Oh, yeah. Again. Yeah. No, I don't think that that's going to happen again. I feel like, no, not the functional free stuff. I have energy. I have energy drains. So when I have to be on and I have to do that kind of stuff, it feels like an energy drain, and then I need time alone. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not a bad thing. That's just my personality. I'm talking about just pretending to be human.
Right.
I had to fake it for a long time.
Fake it till you make it is overrated. Just
it is.
Be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. Wow. What an episode. Did we give
What
the
an
people what
episode. You
they
sure you don't
wanted?
want to talk about Taylor Swift a little bit?
I mean, she came out with a new album.
Please, let's not talk about that.
Oh, you're the one who just brought it up, girl. Come on. You know what is sad though? J-Lo had to change her tour to a greatest hits tour because the ticket sales were so bad.
Right. I'm not going to say anything about that because we have been attacked so much. Remember?
About J-Lo?
The Swifties and J-Lo on Twitter.
Wait.
Yeah. That posted some stuff.
But
You're not even on Twitter.
No. Well, is anybody
No, you
anymore?
admitted that she couldn't really sing and that she whatever. You have amnesia. This happened. It was horrible.
Mommy,
there was hundreds of comments.
And then I changed my tune. I said that what
You're
did
such a flip-flopper
with her album and the music video, not a music video, and the documentary was so profoundly good.
Right.
And now we need to give her the respect she deserves. Is that what they posted?
No, they didn't post that. They
Okay, well,
posted
then
that we
up.
talked about it after she went on SNL.
Oh,
Before
yeah.
that.
Oh, I do remember this. That was really bad.
It was bad. So I'm not going to say anything about J-Lo because she's a woman and she's Latina and I'm supposed to love her.
No, that's not why. You're supposed to love her because she deserves to be loved. Like all of us.
We all deserve love.
Cool. I guess that's the end of the episode. Welcome back to season 2, I guess. Yeah.
Welcome back to season 2. Yeah.
What do we have on the agenda for this season? I'm so tired. What a bad day to come back for me. And by bad day, I mean, it would have been this all week.
No, but you were so like easy to I mean, seriously, everything bothered you. Yeah.
Everything's upsetting me. I'm like a little cat.
Like if somebody's chewing loudly in front of you now, you would be like, that's it. I'm done.
No. I'm not doing well. What else is new? Took a break and came back and was like, yeah, still not doing well.
And why don't you tell people how wonderful Lola is, how she's not having tantrums and how she's just such a joy.
We made a terrible mistake with this child. Does anybody want a almost 2-year-old girl who's really cute?
By the way, who will be 6 feet tall?
Oh, yes.
Because she is a giant and she is going to be 6 feet tall, at least, maybe more.
That's not
It's
good.
Like she's going to walk into places going, "Do not be afraid, little villagers. I will not hurt you."
That's not good. She's going to be bullied.
Because she's tall, she'll just step on him. Have you seen the size of her hands and her feet?
It's true. She's really tall. She's really, really on my last nerve.
She looks like a 4-year-old.
No, it's crazy.
Send her to me. I have so much room for her in Charlotte, a playroom. I'm so excited. When are you letting me have her?
Not for another year.
Nah, you'll let me have her before.
Honestly, maybe I might just put her on a plane.
Can I put her in
cargo?
No, I'll pick her up and I'll take her and then bring her back. I think it would be great for her.
She really would love that, actually.
She would love that. She loves me.
She does. Okay. Well, guys, thanks for listening. I'm sorry. I'm just simply sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
What are you? Because you were really not in a great mood, and you should have, done something about that before.
What do you mean? I meditated. I got
our listeners
I did all the things that I'm supposed to do to be uppity, happy, get some sort of serotonin. I did all of the things. I saw a fucking ladybug from my spirit guides. They're like, "You keep going, girl." And I was like, "I want to die though." So how do we do that?
All right. Well, listen, you know what's good? That you didn't sing this episode. And some of the listeners will be very happy that
I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me today. Chase.
Do we have new show art?
Oh yeah, we have new show art. You've already seen it. If you clicked on this episode, you've already seen it.
Oh, really? It's already up?
Yeah, it's already up. Also,
we did this amazing photo shoot.
We did this incredible photo shoot. Annie Leibowitz took the photos. It's really unbelievable.
She says she's never seen anything like it.
She's like, "Whoa, you guys are incredibly talented at taking photos." And we said, thanks. Anyways, hold on, wait. Update show art on YouTube. Okay. That's it. Guys, stick around for next week. I swear it'll be better. I don't actually think it will be, but maybe. Who knows?
It will definitely be better. It'll definitely. By the way, I am very excited about Real Housewives of New Jersey that starts on Sunday. I am.
Oh, great.
I want to talk about it a lot.
Great. I can't wait to.
Right? That's going to be good.
And you're definitely, you're not watching The Valley, right?
No.
Oh, it's so good. You're missing out.
By the way, I got to tell you something funny. Okay. Someone said that I have, that I cuss a lot.
Girl, I cuss a lot.
And I just realized looking up here at my office and things are starting to come down that I have in a beautiful gold frame the word fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is no word in the English language
that's better
than fuck. And the funny thing is, the person who said that is actually somebody that gets very unhinged regularly. And I just thought it was just so funny because some of the most educated people I know use the word fuck a lot.
No, I try to
I'm not going to say fuck at my TED talk, but this thing says
I will.
Fuck, verb, can be used in many ways and is probably the only fucking word that can be put every fucking where and still make fucking sense. And so that's what I want to leave you with.
I'm going to leave you now with something because I'm going to have the last word here.
Okay.
As you all know, because if you follow me on Instagram, you see how much I fucking post about my job, but I got a comment the other day from a video I was in. I got more than one comment.
I heard. Your sister told me.
The other day.
Show us your arms.
Somebody said I had gorilla arms because I have such hairy arms. And by the way, I do. And that's a lot of hair. It is a lot of hair, I will admit. And when I went to the nail salon, 2 weeks ago at this point,
the woman said, you need to hair.
No, it's constant though. It's as if I've never, she does my nails all the time. And every time she does the lotion at the end, I told her, I was like, oh, I'm going to Palm Springs. And so she's rubbing my hands during whatever. She's like, you're going to Palm Springs. You got to wax these arms. I was like, no, I'm not going to wax my arms. And she's like, you have to wax your arms. I go, I'm not going to wax my arms. And she goes, why not? And I'm like, because it's the one thing I'm actually not insecure about. So I don't want to wax my arms and add another thing. And she goes, I think you should wax your arms. I was like, bitch, get out of my face.
Kathy used to have a lot of hair on her arms and she did laser, but I never remember having that much hair. It goes away. I used to have hair. I have none. And I used to have.
I think mine used to be darker. It's gotten lighter. And also Kathy is more fair. And I think her dark hair on the fair skin.
Hers was.
I'm a little bit more tan. So it's to me, I'm like, it just kind of blends into the skin, but apparently
it's just that people take off. Hair is now a bad thing. Nobody has hair anywhere. And so that's kind of the new normal.
It's wild. I'm not.
There was a time where people had hair on their mustache. People do take off the hair off their face.
Mm-hmm.
I remember there was a mom when you guys were in school that had hair on her nipples, a lot.
Girl.
And her husband, it was a kink.
He loved it. Have hair on our nipples, right?
I don't have any hair on my nipples,
but well, now you're just bragging.
No, I have none. But hers would go like this, around, whatever.
Mommy, yeah, that's normal.
Oh, maybe it's because I did my boobs. You know what I'm saying? Maybe when they cut, when I had the lift and they cut the thing and put it back, it stopped. I remember I would have when I was younger, having a straight hair here or there.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I've seen your boobs. I've never seen your hair. So don't act like you have hair on your boobs.
I have hair on my boobs.
You don't.
Gorilla arms and gorilla boobs.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye. See you next week. Love you. Thank you for tuning in. Beba will be in a better mood next week.
Who knows? Maybe I won't.
And maybe I'm going to disclose more things that I'm doing and working on. Who knows? Have a few surprises during my pivot year.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. All right. We need to end this. Bye.
Bye.